Hey ladies, welcome back to For Girl Women Only. I'm your host Nikki, and on this show we talk about love, life lessons, and leveling up, leveling up, leveling up. This is my second video. I just finished eating dinner. Chicken, avocado, low carb. And I thought I'd come make another video because I just got off the phone when I was actually making my plate with my girlfriend, and she was asking me about this guy that she's dating online and how she can qualify them. So being that this COVID-19 is strong, this Rona is out here. We also have Ricky and Bobby out here perpetrating as well. So we need to figure out clear and concise ways to qualify men. There are alpha males and there are beta males. There is no in between. And we as women have to be discerning of which one they are, because women, we do not waste our time with beta males. And you don't judge a man by what he says, right? That is something that women do for other women. You judge a man by what he does, right? Action, 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 action. So I just want to talk about a couple of ways you can qualify a man even through this COVID-19, right? So I'm going to talk about beta male and alpha male, right? So with a beta male will make you all these promises and fulfill none. A beta man will tell you all these things. He'll tell you that he has all these things. He is like, it's what I call audio money. You hear about it, but you never see it. They have all these extravagant things. They tell you all these good things, but you never see it, right? Whereas an alpha male, right, does what he says he's going to do. He understands that his word is his bond, and he does not break his word. I also found that beta males talk a lot, alpha males don't. Real men don't really talk a lot. They're not like women. Women, we're chatty just by nature, but men, real men are not like that. But if you find a man that's excessively chatty, to me, he's overcompensating for something. So the first thing you need to do is qualify him by his actions. The second thing you do is you qualify him by his finance. Now, I know this is really messed up, and a lot of guys are going to give me flack and tell me, oh, that's messed up. But I don't want to hear it. Because these same men will call girls all kinds of names because they're not up to their status, as they don't look the way that they would like them to. And a man is quick to say that he won't date a fat girl, or he's quick to say he won't date an ugly girl, or he's quick to say, you know, he won't date a dark-skinned girl. I mean, come on, men tell you what they want, and they feel no shame about it, right? So women, just like guys judge us for our beauty and what we look like, we're going to judge them for their pockets. We're going to get in them pockets, and we're going to figure out what's really going on. I'll say this again. Beta males, they ain't got no money. They cheap as hell. They're trying to figure out the easiest way to get everything by doing very little. But an alpha male will put his money where his mouth is. He will invest into you. He will take you out. He will buy you things. He will spoil you, because men, real alpha men, are protectors and providers. And real alpha men, that's just how they're raised. That's just who they are. Like, they understand that they need to protect women, right? And beta males look to be protected. It's simple. So the second way that you can judge a man or qualify a man is through his finance. Oh, I like this. So let's talk about conversation or communication. Beta men will text you to death. They will text you to death at all times of night, all times of morning, but especially at night. And they always text you late. They're not interested in communicating. They are texting to fill you out. They're trying to see what they can get away with. They're trying to see what kind of standards you have. They're trying to see what you respond to, right? But a alpha male will call you, pick up the phone, and even if he is busy, because like my dad used to tell me, listen, men make time for what they want. He'll call you and say, hey, babe, thinking about you. Hope everything is good. Just want to hear your voice. Hang up. Quick, sweet, to the point. But a beta male will text you, good morning, beautiful. And he just sent that text to how many people? Like, child, bye. So another way that you can qualify men is through their form of communication. Ooh. Let's talk about appearance, right? How do you know an alpha male from a beta male? And for me, a lot of it has to do with appearance. Now, ladies, you can argue this with me all you want to. I don't care. But for me, hardworking men, real alpha men, they know how to get clean. Don't get me wrong. But they understand that their looks is not the end all be all, right? But for a beta male, right, their looks are the end all be all for them because they ain't got nothing going. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, there are some alpha males who are beautiful, good looking men, but that is not the end all be all. I mean, think about it. They know how to dress up, clean up, look good, but they understand that in order to qualify for a certain type of woman in life, they have to work for it, right? So they may have to get their hands dirty. They may have to go out here and grind. They have to go out here and hustle. But you have beta men who get by not off of their brain or their grind or their hustle or being smart or intelligent or figuring out how to make things happen. They get off or get by on their looks. To me, that's very female. That's what women do. And as a beautiful woman, I don't want a man who's prettier than me. Because what happens is you kind of have role reversal. And this man becomes very feminine, right? And you can't have two feminine people in a relationship. Eventually, someone is going to become masculine. And 9 times out of 10, the role reversal, when you have a feminine man, the woman becomes masculine. There is resentment that's built up. And before you know it, you can't stand him anymore. That's why, I mean, ladies, do what you do, but I'm not into pretty boys. Like, and I'm not going to say something, there's nothing wrong with looking good, right? But I am not the girl who falls head over heels for the pretty boy. I just don't, because there are other girls who are doing that. And guys understand that, and they hone in on that power. And because they're good looking alone, they feel like their looks will get them by. Their looks justify a certain lifestyle. Their looks, will help them to get what they want. And with some women, it will. Just not with me, because I'm a woman to the bone. And being a feminine woman, I'm only attracted to masculine men, right? So another way to qualify men is through looks and how they present themselves. Let me see. Ooh, I got one. Let's talk about behavior, right? And how people deal with things. Now, this is a great way to qualify men. There is a song by Beyonce that says, I said yes to your number. I said yes to you dating me. But when I say no, not tonight, you're acting so ungratefully. The first time I say no, it's like I never said yes, right? And the reason that rings to me is because if you want to see if a man is an alpha or a beta, tell him no. Tell him no. Tell him no, and you will see the true character of him. If you tell an alpha male no, he'll be like, okay, she told me no. How can I get a yes? What do I need to do to get a yes? What do I need to be to get a yes? What do I need to do for her to get a yes? To them, it's a challenge, right? They're like, ooh, this girl told me no, it's on and cracking, because men like competition. Ever since they were little boys, they understood games and sports, and that kind of stuff is all about competition. Alpha males like competition. Alpha males like you to tell them no. They're like, oh, I can't run over top of her. She's a challenge. I can't do what I want. Let me see what I need to do to crack that code. Now, if you tell a beta male no, he will act like a 3-year-old. He will get on the floor and throw a tantrum. And he's like, oh, so you're not going to give it to me or give me what I want? I'm out. That's how beta men act. So here's some ways I'll rerun them again to qualify men. So the first one is action versus words. The next one is money. Does he make a good living? Is he making money? Can he afford you? Is he in a place or trying to better himself so that he can afford you? The next one is, what is his style of dress? How is he groomed? Is he all about his looks, or is he more about money and his mind and how to get where he needs to be? That's very important. Another thing is communication. Is he a texter? Beta men text. or is he a caller? Alpha male's phone. And the next one is behavior. How does saying no affect him? Like a alpha male, listen, let me tell you something. I found this to be really funny. So a lot of foreign men tend to gravitate towards me, Jamaicans, Africans. And I remember dealing with this one guy, and he just would not take no for an answer. It was like he ate it up and spit it out. He was like, oh, you're going to say yes eventually. And it's like, when I first met him, I didn't even like him. I was like, he was cocky. He was arrogant. I was like, no, I'm not giving you my number. He kept asking me. And finally, it was like, I gave him my number. It was the wrong number. He called it. Like every time I saw this dude, he was at me. And one time I said, you know what? Okay, fine. I'm giving you my real number. We go out. And that was one of the best relationships that I've had to date as a woman, because he was persistent. And no was like, okay, is that no right now? No later on? When are you going to say yes? But it's funny how if you tell a beta male no, he throws a tantrum. Like I told this guy no one time at a club. He threw a drink on me. Oh, you're not that good looking anyway. That's why you this. That's why you that. Beta male, honey. Beta male. So it's like you can qualify men in so many different ways. You just have to pay attention and really start taking a step back and understanding, being very discerning about certain behaviors. So that's all I have for the night. You guys have an awesome, 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 awesome Saturday. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye.